look at the numbers, 20 turnovers. You had like maybe double digit, 14 at halftime, and at one point you were still down by 3. How do you juxtaposition that amount of turnovers against a team like that and come away with a win?
I think we just figured out a way to get enough stops. Honestly, I thought the first half the pressure really bothered us. We went with Dru and Sam a lot, and even Sleepy, and put AJ at the point, and because I thought he was bigger to throw out of the double team, and then space the floor with 2 shooters around Sham. I thought that was the right thing to do, but it's a great win. And before I get any farther, I just want to thank the students. I want to thank Lake Charles. I want to thank Southwest Louisiana. It's an unbelievable environment. This is what college basketball looks like and feels like, and it was great to have it. And I just want to personally thank them and remind them that we play again on Saturday, and we'd love to have the same day.
Sham, with about 5 minutes left in the game, you go down, you leave the game, go to the back for a quick second. You're out for about 90 seconds of game time. Just like, what were you thinking, and just, how are you able to just get back in the game, kind of will yourself and the team to a win?
Honestly, man, when ain't no catching cramps in my calves, I was just trying to go in my head while everything was going on. I tried to get on the floor as quick as I can.
Coach, was the key to that getting to the timeout at that point, is getting in the extra minute and kind of milking it to that point?
For sure. I think that we kind of felt comfortable with the lineup we had. We obviously played a lot of guys, a lot of minutes, but we used the timeout there honestly just to get these guys some rest and kind of just refocus us defensively. And then, but they're a bear. I mean, they're a really good team. As soon as Sham started cramping up, they went ISO with Sham. We took the double team off the post because they came out and knocked out a couple threes early in the second half, and we just found a rhythm and made enough plays down the stretch to win the game.
Coach, do you feel with the way you guys are able to come back and get those shots down the stretch and find a way to win, and given the type of team they are, do you feel like this win truly solidifies you guys as a contender in this league?
For sure. I think that I think we got as good a chance as anyone else. I mean, it's one day at a time. It's one game at a time, and it's like I told our guys, we're going to enjoy this tonight, but we got a very formal opponent coming in Lamar, who's kind of had their way with us recently. And it's a 20-game league season. We're halfway through, and every game is every game matters, and every game is just as important as any other one, because they all count the same. So, but it was a great win for us. I mean, Nicholls is a really, really good team. They're as good, they're as talented as any team in our league, in my opinion. I think Conch does a really good job, and they space the floor really well. And defensively, they're a bear. But we just made some big shots and big plays down the stretch.
Dru, you missed your first three-pointers, and then you hit your final 6, including the game winner, but the go-ahead 3. Just I know three-pointer shooters are just taught to shoot, but just what was your process going through tonight's game?
I missed my first 3, but I don't want to get out of myself and start rushing it, and so I just tried to let the game come to me a little bit, and then when I do that, it seems to go a lot better for me and my teammates. They do a good job of finding me, so I just got to be patient.
And do you are you surprised at any point when even when you feel like you're pretty much near half court and you get the ball and you're open, are you still at somewhat surprised that they kind of aren't right up on you?
Sometimes, yeah, that's my favorite shot to take is when I get a kick. Real defense, so yeah, a little bit.
Is that your range, the tail of the Cowboys?
Yeah.
Coach, I'm just curious. I think 21. I got a note here. 21 seconds. Lawson had the ball it was a loose ball. I don't know if it was planned. I assume it was, and he got it right to Dru very quickly because it was going to foul. Planned, or was a smart play by Lawson, or combination thereof? You got to put it in his hands because that puts you up 80-74.
Right. Well, we got the rebound on the free throw, and it was a great play by AJ, and everyone knows that when you're in that situation, to obviously try to find Dru, and he did. It was a great play by AJ, and Dru just hung on to it. And I think I lost my voice when I kept yelling, "Don't pass it, hold it, hold it, hold it."
Right.
But and then I think obviously he solidified the game, and you know, it's a great win, and you know, I'm really proud of these two in particular. I mean, they get a lot. I mean, they get a lot of defensive attention. Obviously, as does AJ, but you know, I mean, Dru's got people hanging on him all night, every night. They were sending sometimes 2 and 3 guys at Sham. It was really hard to get them the ball tonight because they really shrank the floor. But you know, both of them just kind of let the game play. I think that shows a level of maturity from both of them. You know, Sham just went and got offensive rebounds and scored, and Dru just found his way. And you know, we've been telling Dru all year, just keep doing the things to help us win games, and the ball will find you. And I think that's a real sign of his maturity. You know, to miss the first 3 in a big game, they're, you know, flying all over him. He just was patient, and you know, the game worked out.
The intensity, everything in this game seemed to match the hype. There was a lot of chippiness on the floor, and you know, I mean, something that, you know, I saw that, you know, was sent to me that the Nicholls players did in the shoot around. To me, it was benign, but seemed disrespectful. Just how'd you guys manage to just kind of play through it, keep your emotions in check? Coach, for you, I guess I'll ask, but just how are you able to get the team to keep their emotions in check in such a highly charged game?
We talk about emotional intelligence a lot. Even at halftime as coaches, we had to remind ourselves of that because it's a real rivalry. I have 2 guys on my staff that used to work at Nicholls. And, you know, I mean, I saw the deal, what is it, on one of those things, on social media things. And, you know, we really didn't even address it. I mean, that's just, you know, people have the right to do whatever they want to do, I guess. But, you know, our program is, we try to have one that's, you know, with a lot of class, with a lot of, you know, trying to do things the right way. And but we didn't talk about it. You know, I have a lot of respect for Nicholls and the talent that they have. But, you know, we were figuring out a way to win the game, and I'm really excited about that. Go ahead, Shane. You want to talk about anything about that?
Well, I did. I don't know if I'm interpreting it right, but you early in the game you sent a ball, I don't know, 5-6 rows, and you did this kind of a thing. Is that just having fun? That's it. Okay.
I guess I do want to ask you. This team has improved so much. I mean, forget from last year, just from the start of the season till now. Just when you look at your teammates and your teammates look at you, just what do you guys say to each other? How pleased are you? You know, season's not over, but just how pleased are you that you guys have come so far in this span of time?
I think we just going the course, man. Beginning of the season, coach always tells us we run good stuff, man. We play good defense, so he just told us as it goes, we're gonna get better as it goes. Man. Now we probably got better defense, man, offense.
Coach, it was like 2 days ago when you said that Abilene Christian was the turning point game so far. This outranks it in impact, and the other part of that is from now going forward. You talk about every game is singular in its nature, but what do you think this team is going to derive most from this type of win in overtime with that level of competition in front of a crowd like this?
I think this game and this win obviously you know, ranks right up there because of the environment, who our opponent is. It's obviously a real rivalry game. But, you know, we almost packed this place. I don't have my glasses so I can't see, but, you know, it's the best crowd that the building's ever had. And I think our guys, it's like I told them in the locker room. When we recruited all these guys, we talked about a vision for what we thought this program could be and what we could build here. And we're on the cusp of seeing that. I think this tonight was a glimpse of what I think that we're in the process of building here. And these guys obviously are, you know, I mean, I'm the luckiest guy in the world. I mean, I say it all the time. I have an unbelievable staff, and I have good players. You know, John Aiken is an absolute stud. You know, my staff, Jalen, Mike, Coach Taylor, those guys are so good. I have good players. My job is just trying to keep the train on the track and try not to screw it up.
Dru, a crowd like tonight, how are you guys as a team able to feed off of that on the court? Because it seemed like as soon as you get the ball, the crowd's already kind of halfway cheering, and then once you make it, they're exploded. So just how were you guys able to feed off of the crowd tonight?
Yeah, the crowd was big. I think a lot of dudes on the team feed off the crowd like that, and that helps them get going. I think our team is based off a lot of how we bring our energy, and so if we stick with the crowd, that's giving us good energy.
Well, speaking of energy, it's the 24-hour rule, right? I mean, you got another game. You got to resume that kind of energy and intensity with Lamar. 'Cause, anybody can beat anybody in this league.
Oh gosh, yeah, Lamar. I mean, I've seen Lamar play a couple times. They're really good. They're big. They're physical. You know, Coach Price, I have a lot of respect for. He's a really good coach. He's been doing it a long time. He'll have a great plan. They've been off for a week, so you know we have to be ready to go. Like I said, we'll enjoy this the rest of tonight, but then we'll be in the weight room again tomorrow, and then we'll just go on about our business and get ready for a good team. But as great as this is, you're right, Rick. I mean, every game is really, really important, and Saturday is another really important one. So to all the fans out there, tonight, I expect to see you back here on Saturday, 3:30. Go Bulls.